Hi friends! Lately, I have really been wanting to level up my use of color in my outfits. I feel like I'm already pretty picky about color. I know which ones I do and don't like, but I feel like I struggle sometimes with the overall color palette of an outfit. I often find them either A, just not quite right in a way that's dissatisfying to me, or B, spot on with my preferences, but in a way that I find repetitive and boring. So lately I've been on sort of a quest to really hone in on what I think makes a great color palette in an outfit and figure out the why behind my preferences. So I can use that thought process to elevate my use of color and ultimately express myself better with my style. And I think I figured out a pretty solid process to sort of get my gears turning in the right direction, so to speak. So today I'm going to share that process with you and then try to use my newfound insights to style some elevated, exciting, expressive outfits. I also have some gorgeous pieces from today's sponsor, Kina and Tam, to use for the styling portion, and I will tell you more about them later. But for now, let's get into phase one, exploring some color palettes. So my first step in this whole process was, of course, looking for color palette inspiration. And I'm in my bed on my computer to do this because that's where I was while finding my inspo pictures. I started by just looking up color palettes on Pinterest, but I quickly realized I was having a very hard time mentally projecting those color palettes onto actual clothing and actual outfits. So I decided a more concrete way to do this was just to collect outfit photos. I mean, I'm literally always collecting outfit photos for style inspo on Pinterest. I'm literally on there every single day. But for this mission, I made a separate board specifically for outfits where I loved the color palette of the outfit and I would wear an outfit with that exact color palette head to toe. Often I save inspo based on the silhouette or the style or the details, lots of other things, even if I would wear it with different colors. But in this case, the colors were the key. I will say there is a difference between I love the colors in this outfit and I would wear an outfit with these exact colors. And sometimes it can be a little tricky to distinguish, what you like looking at versus what you actually like on yourself or what feels like you. But I think if you're mindful of that while looking at pictures and you sort of consider that question with each outfit, you're picturing it on yourself, you're imagining how you might feel actually wearing it, you can get a decent sense of whether it feels like you or just something you'd appreciate from a distance. So the main theme of this Pinterest board is outfits with a color palette that I 100% would wear. But this isn't just about repeating the same thing I already do, it's also about branching out. So I also made a little subsection of outfits with color palettes that I haven't necessarily worn before. It isn't necessarily what my brain would immediately go to pick out for myself, but I'm interested in trying it. I like it, I can see myself wearing it, it still feels aligned with me and my style, but it's just a little different than what I would normally go for. Okay, so now you've curated your two collections of images. One with color palettes you definitely would wear or already do wear all the time, and another with color palettes that you maybe haven't tried out, but you're interested in. Now it's time to look through those collections of images and take note of patterns. I'll be honest, I also did that sitting on my computer in my bed, but I thought we should have a change of scenery. We're taking note, so we're next to the books for this segment. I'm starting with the outfits using color schemes I already know I would wear, and some very obvious patterns are jumping out right away. Firstly, I love wearing blue, green, and red, specifically warmer reds, warmer greens, and pretty much any shade of blue. And I like outfits that combine those colors together. I'm also noticing that while there's a lot of colors, there's also a lot of neutrals. You can't disregard the neutrals, because that's also part of the overall vibe and palette. Those are also colors, even though I'm using the terms colors versus neutrals. I have a lot of black, white, charcoal, brown, tan in these images, and I usually prefer to pair them with some sort of color. There's not much all neutral or all colorful, which is also very true to my real life wardrobe and how I actually dress. I'm also noticing that pretty much every outfit includes some combination of warm and cool colors. In some, the warm tones might be more dominant, and some the cool tones might be more dominant, but they always have some sort of counterbalancing opposite temperature somewhere, even if it's just a touch of blue in a mostly red outfit, or a mostly blue outfit with a little warm tan shade, or even a warm green. Green is a cool color, but sometimes it can function as the warm color if it's a warm enough green, I think. A lot of this temperature balancing even happens within individual garments with a multicolored graphic or pattern on the piece. I really enjoy pieces that already have multiple colors and create that balance for me. And that's, again, something very present in my wardrobe and something very present in this Pinterest board. Finally, I'm noticing pretty much every outfit includes a range from light to medium to dark shades and more saturated to more muted shades. I don't know if shade is the right word here. I'm sorry, I don't actually really know. The terminology, I'm a fraud. Basically, it seems like I really prefer outfits that feel totally balanced across lightness to darkness, saturation to desaturation, and warmth to coolness. And I really avoid things that read as like totally pastel or totally dark or totally neutral or totally hypersaturated. And that's not to say any of those options are wrong. They're just not me and my style, which is why I think this little exercise that I've done in this video would be great for people to do individually themselves instead of just looking at my taste of what I think makes a good use of color in outfits, because ultimately color is like one of the most subjective things as far as what is good or bad. So I think the real way to elevate your style with color is to take some time figuring out exactly what color you really like. Okay, now that we've gone over the 100% would wear section, my current favorite color palette that I already love to wear, let's look at the branching out section and take note of some of the patterns there. I am immediately noticing pretty much the exact same balancing of lightness and darkness, muted versus bright, warm versus cool. I'm just seeing that balance created with different colors than my usual blues, greens, and reds. And that's making me think that perhaps my color preferences are less about the specific individual colors and more about having that well-rounded, really balanced color palette, which is easy to accomplish with reds, blues, and greens, which is probably why I'm quite drawn to them. But you can also do the same thing with like purples and yellows, for example. And yellow and purple are two of the most prominent colors in this branching out category. I'm seeing a lot of them paired together, a lot of them paired with other colors I like to wear a lot, like red and blue and green. How many times can I list those colors in this video? So that tells me that maybe if I want to expand my color palette and create a little more variation in my outfits while still having well-rounded color schemes that feel like me, yellow and purple might be good hues to incorporate into my outfits, and I can even just add them in with my existing color palettes I already have going on. Now, with that newfound insight in mind, let's style some outfits. For these outfits, I'm going to be using some clothing pieces from Kina and Tam, the ethical and sustainable clothing brand sponsoring this video. I have worked with Kina and Tam on multiple occasions before, and I just keep coming back because I love that they only work with BSCI certified ethical factories, that their fabric, construction, and overall quality is so good, and their designs are just incredibly adorable. The new Slow Living collection in particular honestly kind of feels like it was made for me and my particular color preferences. I also find all the pieces in this collection super comfortable, which you all know is extremely important to me, and I just cannot wait to style these pieces. So if you are in the market for some high quality, uniquely funky, yet comfortable and wearable clothing, I honestly can't recommend Kina and Tam enough. I feel like I'm constantly telling everyone in my life how much I love the stuff I have from them. And just to make things even better, I also have a discount code for you for 20% off. Thanks, Kina and Tam. All right, let's get into the styling. For our first outfit, I started with the Critters vest because it already has so many colors I love and the dominant color is blue, so I thought it would be a good base. Since blue is a cool color, I decided to try balancing it out with this yellow t-shirt, which also has a lighter, more muted tone. Then I thought I should try adding a neutral, but the white pants with the pale yellow tee felt a little too stark and pastel to me, so I switched them out for these shorts that I would describe as green, but they're a super warm, muddy green. On camera, they might read as gold or brown, so I think they definitely still add a more earthy, neutral tone to the outfit, while also adding that richness, vibrance, and a bit of warmth that the white pants were missing. While the shorts are an earth tone, I think this outfit still has a lot of color going on, so to tone everything down with more neutrals, I added my brown fisherman sandals and tan bucket hat, which I think come together to create a really well-balanced, earthy, chill yet vibrant color palette that I am super into. I feel quite confident I would not have come up with this if I hadn't been actively experimenting with color, but I love it, so I would say this one is a total success. Next, I wanted to style the Slow Living blouse, and I started by just pairing it with these red and white gingham pants to match the red details in the top. I had some red and purple combos in my branching out Pinterest section, so I thought this base would be a great opportunity to try out that color palette by adding this purple floral vest. Unfortunately, that does cover up the adorable red embroidery, but thankfully there are still so many other gorgeous details visible on this top. For shoes, I went with my brown fisherman sandals again to add a neutral and a little more warmth to the outfit, and then I added another another warm brown accent with my bag. Finally, I think the touch that truly pulls this all together is just having this little scarf tied to my bag because it adds a pop of vibrancy to the look, it ties in with the purple and red in the rest of the outfit, and it adds a little blue as another accent to make the whole thing feel a little more dimensional and less matchy-matchy. Honestly, I wasn't sure if this would feel super me because it's a little different from my usual palette, but I absolutely love this one too, and I 100% will be wearing it come fall time. So that's another success, baby. For this outfit, I thought because the Slow Living sweater has pink and yellow in it, that might be out of my comfort zone enough, so I kept the rest of the outfit very much in my comfort zone by pairing blue jean shorts with the green sweater and my brown fisherman sandals again. They just go with everything. But I promise this is the last outfit with these shoes. Then to add a little more interest, I added this green striped tote bag, a white hair bandana for a neutral, and some yellow lens sunglasses. But honestly, although this outfit feels very me, I felt like I actually played it a little too safe, and this was too much like what I already wear all the time. So I decided to switch out the white hair scarf for the red, blue, and purple one I tied to my bag in the last outfit, and this absolutely made the outfit to me. I think because the most dominant colors in this outfit are green and blue, it feels like me enough that I could really enjoy adding in little touches with all kinds of other colors, like yellow, purple, and pink. All the small touches create a detailed, eclectic vibe, but because most of the colors correspond with at least 2 items in the outfit, it still feels cohesive. This is another success! I'm so excited! I will be wearing this. Next, we're styling the Frog and Frills blouse, and because this has the same base colors as the Slow Living blouse, I wanted to switch it up and show a totally different color palette that works with the same starting point. This time I started with some neutrals in this brown skirt and tall black boots, and then I really wanted to add some cool blue and a warmer green, but I couldn't figure out how to incorporate both with the pieces I have on hand until I remembered this button-up turned skirt hack, which I feel like we've all seen floating around online, but I'm not sure anyone ever actually wears it. Today, I decided to try it. These 2 striped button-ups are the perfect shades I wanted to add into this outfit, so I just buttoned them together on both sides around my waist, and incredibly, it looks better than I thought it would. Especially with the sleeves tucked inside, it kind of just looks like pockets and a brown belt to hold it all together. I'll admit, I don't think I would actually wear this out, mainly because it's too big, it doesn't quite fit me right as a skirt, but it was super fun to try out, and I do absolutely love this color scheme. This outfit made me realize that sometimes when I try combining my favorite colors to wear and it falls a little flat, what's missing is actually that muted or neutral tone, because honestly, I don't think this would work nearly as well for me without the brown skirt as the bottom layer. That insight is going to be so useful to me in future outfits, I already know it. Next, we are styling the Apple Cheeks pants, which I am in love with, by the way. These are like my dream pants. Normally, my first thought with a rich, warm brown like this would be to pair it with a cool tone right away to balance it out, but for this outfit, I thought I'd keep with a warm base and try adding a blue accent later. So I started with this vibrant red top and red sandals, which I think already kind of looks unexpectedly cool with this. Then to add in my cooler and more muted elements, I added this pale blue oversized button-up on top, and I fell unexpectedly in love with this outfit. I think I tend not to start with an all warm toned base to an outfit, but letting myself experiment with that and adding in that color balance later in the layering really paid off here. I think this is one of my favorite palettes and outfits in this video. Finally, we are styling the Raggedy Ann dress, possibly my favorite piece in this entire collection. It's so beautiful and so my taste. And of course, it works great already on its own, but we are experimenting with color today, so I'm adding this skirt. I realize this is sort of a unique layering combo that not everyone would do, but I love a button-up dress worn as like a jacket, and I think it works so well with this dress. Once it occurred to me to do this, I could not resist. Obviously, the skirt is creating most of the color palette for me here, but I love that it ties in with the little red and yellow graphics on the dress color, and I also think this outfit is a great reminder that if you have a super multicolored busy piece like this skirt, it doesn't have to just be paired with plain neutral basics. Even going for something like a deep muted blue instead, or pairing it with a piece that has more texture or details can be a lot more interesting and create more depth to your palette and your outfit. Alright y'all, thanks so much for watching. If you liked my styling in this video and you like my style in general, you can follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, etc. for more outfit inspo, or even book a virtual personal styling lookbook with me through the wardrobe cataloging app Index, and those are all linked below. Please let me know your thoughts on color in fashion and in your own style. I'd love to hear how you use it, what it expresses for you. So let me know in the comments. And if you do leave a comment, watch another video like this one right here, or subscribe to my channel. We're literally so close to 100,000. That's insane. But yeah, I heard if you do all those things, you will come up with an absolutely banger color palette for your outfit tomorrow.